be a supporter, a tourist in my own town, and just really showcase my love for Winnipeg. And that's where it's brought me today, and I love it.
I love the idea of being a tourist in your own town, because sometimes we feel that we have to leave a town or leave a place to go somewhere else and experience that, whatever that town is or place is giving us. I'm 66, so I've been here all this time, and there are still places in Winnipeg that I have not visited or gone to, and I ask myself, why not? Hello and welcome to Coffee with Genny B. It's conversations over coffee. It's about community, connections, what brings me joy, and everything in between. I'm your host, Jenny Sakoback. I was born and raised in Winnipeg, and I love this town. Now, Winnipeg is a major city in Manitoba, but for some, it feels like a small town. It has that atmosphere of community. It has that atmosphere of connecting. And Kevin Bacon, there was a saying, 6 degrees of separation, but I think in Winnipeg it's more like 2. And it doesn't matter who you run into, as soon as you start having that conversation, you realize that you have so many people in common. And that's what I love about Winnipeg, is that you can go anywhere, networking events, festivals, there's so much to see and do in Winnipeg that it just makes me proud to say that I'm from Winnipeg. My guest today is someone who so embodies the idea of connections and being just community-minded. My guest today is Tineke Buiskool-Leeuwma, and she is going to share her experience of being that ambassador for Winnipeg. Please help me welcome Tineke.
Thank you for that amazing introduction.
You're welcome. We met, I don't know how many years ago.
At least 8 or 9?
Yeah, and you were working for the Downtown Biz. And I just remember my experience meeting you for the first time, that you were so knowledgeable about everything that was going on in Winnipeg, and not just the downtown, but everywhere. So what is it about being that community ambassador, or being that, I want to say almost promoter in a sense, although not officially, but yeah. So what was it about that experience of wanting to share everything about a place?
Yeah, well, I grew up just outside of Winnipeg, and then I moved away to Edmonton for a decade. So I've been back in Winnipeg for almost a decade as well. And when I was away, I realized how much I missed Winnipeg. I was surrounded by folks who were creating cool things, and I thought, I know that's happening home as well. So when I moved back, I just really wanted to get involved and just be a supporter, a tourist in my own town, and just really showcase my love for Winnipeg. And that's where it's brought me today, and I love it.
I love the idea of being a tourist in your own town, because sometimes we feel that we have to leave a town or leave a place to go somewhere else and experience that, whatever that town is or place is giving us. But being a tourist in your own town, I mean, I'm 66, so I've been here all this time, and there are still places in Winnipeg that I have not visited or gone to. And I ask myself, why not?
And there's so many places that are popping up all the time too. Like, we are so well known for restaurants here in the city and the culinary adventures that we can have. And there's amazing events that come and go. So yeah, I just encourage everyone to do it. It's never too late to start. And we can make lists and just go and have fun. And yeah, there's so much to experience.
There is.
Yeah.
And Winnipeg is known as Winterpig, and for a good reason. I mean, because we're dealing with winter, and I mean, even living here, it's like, oh, winter again. And I feel sorry for people that are coming to Winnipeg that are coming from a warm climate, and they don't understand just, how cold it can get. But I think there's a bit of that misnomer, because Winnipeg is seen as, oh, you're in the middle of Canada and, prairies, and, you think that's boring. But actually, there is just so much that we have to offer, and every season has something different that we can look forward to and get out and enjoy.
Yeah, one thing that we're super blessed with is 4 very unique seasons.
Yes.
I am also not a winter lover, but I'm learning to love it. The biggest thing I've taken away is you need to dress for it.
Yes.
So I finally got a pair of ski pants, and now I'm going out and enjoying it. Like, this winter was my 3rd winter leading warming hut tours at the Forks. So just taking folks on an hour walk and talking about the river trail, the Forks, the warming huts, and doing things like that makes me enjoy winter a little bit more. So it is pushing me definitely outside my comfort, but I am dressed appropriately.
Absolutely.
That's a huge part that makes it easier. So-
Yes. Now, doing something like the warming huts and talking about the forks and so on and so forth, I mean, there's a little bit of, I mean, you know some of it, of course, but there's some research that you have to do in terms of learning more about, you know, the amenities and benefits and so on and so forth.
Yeah, no, the Forks has been really great to work with. I've had the opportunity to be in their office for a little bit, so I do have a little bit of an insider view there as well. But information's so easy to find. There's either someone who has it already,
Right.
or a really easy place on the internet to find it. And it's just great that people want to learn more and just go out and experience it as well. So.
Yes. Places like, you know, Travel Manitoba, Travel Winnipeg, although Tourism Winnipeg, I think, is joined with...
Winnipeg Economic Development and Tourism.
Yes.
Yes, but it's still like they have their own Instagram page, Tourism Winnipeg, so them and Travel Manitoba, like you said, or Indigenous Tourism Manitoba, the Forks Downtown Biz. We have, I think, 14 business improvement zones in Winnipeg,
We do.
all of which are doing great things. Those are great spots to go to and look for more information as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, if someone wants to get involved and be involved more in sort of promoting Winnipeg, what would you say would be the best way to start?
Ooh, great question. One is just engage with what's happening in the city. So finding out what's happening and going to it, sharing on their own social media about it. Content creation is really big in our city. We work with so many great influencers. Sometimes influencers get a little bit of a bad rap, but it's really just folks who are excited and sharing, right? So that would be my recommendation, is just go out and start sharing in an authentic way that makes sense to you.
It does.
So if it's your own social media, or a friend just started a newsletter because she wants to share what's happening in the city, that's awesome. So the newsletter is authentic to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's also sharing and you know, and not just liking our posts on Instagram and so on, but it's actually sharing that content and even taking some of it and sort of not repurposing, so to speak, but putting it out there so that, because with the algorithms, I know that not everybody sees your posts.
Yeah.
And so, you know, having a different audience or a different way of getting that information out there is so important.
Yeah, and these don't have to cost a lot. There's so many great free events that folks can go to as well. Like Launch Co-working just started a Tuesday morning series that I believe is free at their downtown location. You can come and hear a great speaker. Or Creative Mondays, Creative Mornings is the last Friday of every month. That's also a free event. Great opportunity to come out, hear from folks who are speaking about something they're passionate about, meet others, check out a cool location that maybe you haven't been to before. So yeah, there's lots of ways you can get involved in a way that makes sense for you, your schedule, your passion.
Absolutely. And also Tech Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to be in the tech world. I mean, it's an opportunity to learn, you know, what's new in tech, but also do some networking, and that's free as well.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much that we can explore.
Now, when you talk about influencers, I see you definitely as an influencer. So how do you feel about that?
I don't mind it. I like being a person that people can come to find out what's happening. And the joke of my family and friends is when I go out somewhere, how many people am I going to run into that I know? So I do feel that I have some knowledge of folks. I tend to meet people really easily, and I'm just passionate about sharing. So I don't think influencer is a bad word. I do think there's a lot of great influencers or content creators or promoters or whatever title you want to put to it. But I'm just happy to be out there sharing and known for that as well.
And you know, what I really love about what you do is the fact that not only are you very authentic and genuine, but you're just that energy that, you know, that the joy that I feel from you every single time. And you smile so easily, and I can see why people are attracted to wanting to know more about you. And so, you know, the fact that you are so involved in the community, it makes a big difference.
Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. I mean, we were talking about our sparkles before.
Yes, we were.
So Jenny has this amazing sparkle shirt. I hope it's showing up. But yeah, it's a way that we can just showcase our joy and our light, and just, you know, sparkles are a great way to share that. And so I feel like it's just a reflection of me. So
Yes.
Thank you for those kind words. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you know what? And I just love how you connect with the city. And because I know, you know, we have a number of different organizations. We talked about that, a number of influencers as well. But someone who lives and breathes that community connection and really, really embraces that. And that really shows because, again, your friends and family are, so how many people are you going to run into, right? I feel I get that same thing. It's like, well, you're famous. Well, no, I'm not famous. I just, connect with a number of different people. But you do it in a way that's authentic. There are people I'm sure out there that do it because that's their job or, that's one way of promoting. But when you meet someone who is very genuine, you just feel that you've got that connection and you want to get to know more about what they know and also connect with them.
And I definitely feel like that is you as well. I love that a month ago, you and I ran into each other at an event. There happened to be a seat next to me. It was perfect. Didn't expect to know anyone there, but going in, I'm like, for sure I'm going to run into someone.
Of course.
I'm so glad it was you. So you are that same person as well, just genuinely out there, living your life, enjoying it, and just making great connections.
And connections are so important because, especially if you're new to the city, you don't know anybody, and that's what I tell my students. They're afraid to get out. We don't know anybody. How do I get a job? Sometimes they come here and they're alone. And I tell them the things that they can do is, just get out there and talk to people. Even if you're on the bus, you're walking down the street, just smile, say hello, strike up a conversation, make sure that the person you're talking to is okay. And then just get to know it, and even practicing their English. And even for people whose English is the first language, I say, get out there and have a conversation with someone.
Yeah. I'm that weird extroverted introvert, so I totally see both sides.
Yeah.
But yeah, a smile, a compliment, just an introduction does go a really long way. I find it very easy to connect with folks and just to meet them as well. And maybe we're just meeting for 30 seconds or it turns into a lifelong friendship. Strangers are just friends we haven't met yet. Yeah. I truly believe that.
I love that. Now, have you always wanted to be that kind, and I wouldn't say influencer, but have you always been interested in community and networking and getting to and just talking to people?
Yeah, so when I was growing up, I wanted to be a TV news reporter. And so I went to school for that, and then I was in an event that was so poorly run, I decided I really wanted to focus on events and marketing. And so I was definitely still in the right program. But what it is, I realized the root of it is storytelling.
Yes.
I love storytelling, and so I get to do that both professionally and just in my day-to-day when I'm going out to places and just sharing. Is I'm storytelling. I'm helping folks find out more about a specific thing, event, place, whatever, and then just sharing that with the world. So that's really at the heart of it, and that I was born with, for sure.
Well, you know what, and not everybody has the gift of gab, and some have to work hard at it, and others, it just comes naturally. And the fact that you love telling those stories, and stories are a great way of connecting people, because it's not just facts and data, which of course are very important, but you want to know the why of something, or the how, or the emotion, or the feelings, or what made you decide to do that? What thought was in your head that you thought it would be beneficial to the community, maybe to yourself? Yeah.
No, it's 100%, especially when it comes to events or, someone who's opened a store or a restaurant. Why did you want to do that in the nicest way? Like,
yes.
Tell me why you wanted to share this with the world. What are you all about? What is this all about? Absolutely.
Yes. Now, when you think about, and obviously we're sparkling and so on, when it comes to events in the city, we have in the summer, we have Folklorama, and the winter though, we have Christmas.
Yes.
And I know that you are a huge fan of Christmas.
Yeah.
Now, how did that get started?
I think I've always loved Christmas as a whole. What I love about it is not the gifts. While I do love finding great gifts for folks, it's actually just the time that we spend with one another. It feels like during the holiday season, we really prioritize time with family and friends and making sure that we come together. And I want to remember to share that joy throughout the whole year. So I have my Be Merry tattoo. It's also my signature on all my emails. Just that reminder to keep that joy throughout the whole year. And it's a beautiful time. I love the lights. That's probably my other favorite part of the season. It's just all the lights.
Me too. The lights and caroling and just the feeling again of community. Everybody, I can't remember, there was a movie where Christmas just brings out the best of everyone. Yeah.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
I know it can be really stressful for folks, and I hope whatever is stressing people out during that time, they're able to take a step back from and just really focus on why maybe they were trying to do something. I'm sure they were trying to create some joy or some moments or some memories or something like that, and really focus on that.
You know, when I think about Christmas, I think about the movie Elf, where he says, Santa!
I know him!
Now, Christmas in Winnipeg, we have the Santa Claus Parade.
Yeah.
Now, is that something that you've been involved in for a number of years?
Yeah, I've been so lucky for the last 4 years. I've been involved with the Manitoba Hydro Santa Claus Parade. So I get to do a lot with it, which I'm so grateful for. So I run the inbox for them. I've run the social media for the last couple of years. I'm involved with day of, set up, and tear down. So I get to see the event as it's progressing throughout the whole year, and then right day of from start to finish, which I obviously love. Back when I was working with Downtown Winnipeg Biz, I got to serve on their board, which is how I first got introduced to it, and really grateful for that. It's a wonderful kickoff to the season. So it's mid-November. It's one of the first holiday events usually of the year, and it's wonderful to see the whole community come out for it.
What's your favorite part of the Santa Claus Parade?
Definitely seeing people come to downtown, making it a tradition, or maybe it's their first time coming out. But just, again, all the lights on the floats is amazing, seeing the smiles on people's faces, and just sharing that joy and experience with them.
That is so special, especially the children, you know, and seeing Santa. And, you know, I forget what age they stop thinking that Santa's real. But before that happens, you know, just the joy on their face, and they see Santa Claus. And you're right, it's not about the gifts. It's about that experience, that feeling inside where you're experiencing something magical and something special.
Santa always exists, as does that magic.
You're absolutely right. Now, your thoughts about Winnipeg. I mean, we've talked about, you know, there's so many events, and we have a lot of influencers, and, you know, we have tourism and so on and so forth. But what do you think could be done to really promote the different events and the beauty of Winnipeg?
Ooh, I think we're doing a really great job of sharing that. Tourism Winnipeg, Travel Manitoba, they're bringing in a lot of outside influencers who are often just reminding us of what we already know. So it's really great to come and see their experiences. They just had someone through the other day who's checking out all Manitoba provinces, and he was blown away by the people, which doesn't surprise me. But it's great to see that from other folks, just already letting us know what we know, but sometimes we need that friendly reminder as well. So I think everybody can continue to do even more about sharing their favorite parts, their favorite things, their favorite places, events, experiences, and just helping to get that word out there. Sometimes we are our worst critics, but usually if someone is poo-pooing on Winnipeg a little bit, then we're coming to Winnipeg's defense. So I don't think we need to wait till that happens to share about our excitement of where we live and what we get to experience. There is so many good things here, and I'm grateful to be a part of a lot of them, and just helping share in some different ways.
And there's a reason why we're known as Friendly Manitoba.
Yeah, and for sure, like, we have challenges, as does any major city, but I think together there's a lot of great people who are working really hard to make Winnipeg amazing, and there's more good than bad, and we can really focus on celebrating the good. I mean, call me annoyingly optimistic, but there's a lot to be thankful for here.
No, and you know, I'm the same way, optimistic, positive, you know, looking at, you know, all the wonderful things. And yes, I mean, every city has their issues, right? But it's not dwelling on the issues, it's thinking, okay, so being more positive and highlighting the things that people will want to be involved in, and getting to know the city a little bit better. You know, I know that there's the trolley that takes people on different tours.
Yeah.
And I know the different areas, you talked about the different businesses, you know, obviously not in Winnipeg in the winter, but in the summer, and, you know, when the weather's a little bit nicer, I know that there's walking tours.
Yep. I'm going on a walking tour of the Exchange this Friday. So there are tours that do happen throughout the year.
Well, there you go.
You just need to look for them and sign up for a bunch of newsletters. Yeah.
Okay, well, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, okay, something new.
Yeah, or like the walking tours I was doing at the Forks. Turtle Tours also operates out of the Forks. They launched last year. And so they offer a winter tour, a summer tour, a culinary experience as well.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities if you want to get out. Easier and and fun to do with friends, I recommend. For sure, you can go out on your own. You don't need to have someone to go and do something with. You will meet friends along the way. Just don't live with regrets. If someone doesn't want to go with you, still go.
Yep.
But it's super nice to bring a friend or family and just explore in different ways. But yeah, for sure, there's lots of tours that are available year round.
Okay, now I know that we can go onto the Forks website and tourism and so on, but where else can people look for information about the tours and things that are happening in the city?
Yeah, so like you said, Tourism Winnipeg, Travel Manitoba, the Forks, different business improvement zones. Those I know I've already mentioned them, but that's a really great place to start. Also Eventbrite. So we have the local 3 Common and also Eventbrite. That's a great place to go where a lot of people are posting events and might be things that you hadn't thought of before. Like puzzle races or sea shanty sing-alongs that's happening at a brewery downtown. Like there's weird, cool, awesome, unique events happening everywhere. Even just Googling Winnipeg event, that might be an option as well. And again, signing up for newsletters if you can. If I'm traveling, I will typically, if I know I'm leaving in a while, I'll typically sign up for their local tourism newsletter just to find out what's upcoming and what I should keep an eye out for. Or even just searching on Instagram or TikTok, Winnipeg, hashtag Winnipeg, hashtag Winnipeg local, Winnipeg now, Winnipeg food, Winnipeg eats, like WPG eats, like just you'll find all the things. It's so easy.
Yes. And speaking of food, I know that there's a number of food influencers that are happy to post and share about, for me, coffee shops. Obviously, I'm a coffee lover, and I try to keep up on all the new coffee shops that are opening, but sometimes I miss things. And then I think it was you had posted, you were at Burke's.
Yep.
I had no idea that so I had to go, so because you posted, I had to go and visit and try their coffee. So
I love
yeah.
that. And great little spot within the Aveda Institute downtown, right on Portage Avenue. Great folks there. But yeah, and I got to meet the person behind the Winnipeg Coffee account there.
Oh, see, I've never met them yet. Lucky you.
I was very excited to meet this person. So, yeah.
Well, and there are so many coffee influencers out there, and I like to follow them, but I've never actually met. So, maybe one day I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like to think about myself as a coffee influencer.
Oh, you 100% are. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, you may not have the coffee tattoo, but
not yet.
Coming. I know you have some really cool tattoos as well.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and so again, I love that you share, because now maybe someone would have seen your post and didn't know that coffee shop exists, and then they'll go and check it out as well. A rising tide raises all ships. So, the more we're posting and sharing, the more we're all winning together. Business is helped as well. Yeah, I really like that mindset.
Yeah, and supporting local is so important.
Totally
I mean,
agree.
obviously during COVID it was important because, everything was shut down. But now, I mean, everybody's, even though it's, 2026, we're still recovering in some ways. And so being able to support local and not just supporting local by visiting the shops, but also, sharing their posts and sharing their stories and just really making that effort to say, okay, what can I do to support the local scene in Winnipeg?
100%. It's not about spending a ton of money and going
No.
out. We can share and support in so many ways. You've definitely covered that. That's awesome.
Yeah, So what is next for you in terms of thinking about Winnipeg as a whole?
Ooh, great
What
question.
would you like to see?
Oh, well, I was part of the Vote Open campaign for opening Portage and Main 8 years ago, which is where I met a bunch of really amazing folks.
Yep.
And so it was really exciting to see that actually open up last year. And so I'd love to see some more big infrastructure projects that really help continue to connect us. That was a really good example of, pedestrian-friendly spaces and opening it up in different ways, like just more significant than opening up an intersection. So more of that, of course, working through all of the major challenges that we're having,
Yes.
continue to see additional vibrancy in our city. I'm also really passionate and knowledgeable about residential apartments, so a whole nother side of me, and just even seeing more development. Railside of the Forks, so excited for that.
Yes.
The 10 buildings that are coming up there in the next handful of years. I keep joking, but not joking, that I'm going to be one of the first to live at Railside of the Forks. I'm excited to see more of the Forks in this project and just see more people coming downtown. Density is super important, and so we need more people, which then helps the businesses to have those extended hours, kind of chicken and egg. We need both at the same time. So yes, that's what I really love to see happen for Winnipeg, is just more of the good that's already happening, more support for the things that need it as well, and just even more connection.
Yes, connections. Now, we talked a lot about the free events, and there's lots of that you don't have to spend a ton of money to enjoy what's happening in Winnipeg. I wish that there was one site that promoted all the free stuff that's going on in the city, because then when you're looking for it, you can go to one place and everybody can post their content there. So it would be nice to see something like that.
Yeah, I don't currently know if that exists. I know there's like Things to Do Canada posts a lot, but I don't think it's necessarily just free things. But yeah, someone should start that. I believe in you.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's an idea, but no, I was just thinking that for those that maybe are new to the city and don't know who to talk to, where to go, it would be nice to have that kind of information. And I know that, at the university, instructors and program managers will share to the students, oh, this is free and this is happening, which is great for them. But just having that one place that, they could just Google but what you mentioned in terms of all the different places that they can check, that's certainly a place that they can find that information.
Yeah. It's nice too when people are offering something that's for free for long term, like the WAG Wednesdays now at the Winnipeg Art Gallery.
Yes.
We know that's happening for the next 3 years, where every Wednesday from 5 to 9 is free. I still believe they have the Canada Life Sundays, which I think might be the second Sunday of the month that's free. And First Fridays, that's the first Friday in the month in the Exchange District. A lot of places are offering experiences for low cost or no cost as well. So there are some of those ongoing ones that are out there that just need to be captured in one spot.
I think so. And I think the Canadian Museum of Human Rights, don't they have, they used to have, I think it was maybe Fridays?
Fridays or Thursdays or some I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the thing to do is if somebody's interested in going to a place, they can call ahead and say, hey, do you have any free items or free nights? Or
100%. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and just taking that initiative sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's so many places to explore. One of the things I was thinking about is doing a tour of all the museums, because there's so many museums in Winnipeg and a lot of folks don't know about them. Like, I've never been to the Electrical Museum, but I would love to go, especially at Christmas, because I heard they have amazing Christmas display.
Yes.
But like the Police Museum is super neat. And again, there's so many small, beautiful, cool museums. So
someone should organize that. Wink, wink.
Okay, I can take that on because I've been thinking about it for a while. But I love watching those series that some local creators are doing. Like, one just did a series where she went to every library in the city and showcased that. Libraries, again, another really great free resource. And we have so many cool libraries in the city, cool architecture, and just amazing people who work there. And so I love her series. And another person was doing a series on thrift shops in the city. And so I got to experience some through this person's eyes, and then inspired me to go visit. I love thrift shopping, as I know you do as well.
I do.
So it was cool to see some that weren't really on my radar.
What I love about that is somebody took the initiative to say, hey, what if, or libraries, for instance, right? I mean, not everybody goes to a library. Believe it or not everybody has a library card. And that just shocks me because I love going to the library. I love looking at, and it just depends on what I'm looking for that day. Something will catch my eye. I love placing books on hold. And then when I get a notification saying that my book is in, it's like, yes, and I go pick it up. And especially if it's a bestseller, then I get to read it, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm in 3 book clubs. I love to read, and I love the library app. I think it's amazing.
It is.
Like you, I love to put a ton of books on hold. If I see a book maybe on TikTok or something, I'll put it on hold, and then when it comes in, it's like a fun surprise.
My favorite is reading Saturday's paper, and they talk about all the different books that are out there. Or somebody will post something on social media, and they've just finished reading this book. It's like, oh, I have to read it. And so right away I go and I put it on hold. And sometimes, depending on how popular the book is, I'm waiting, several weeks. But you know what the funny thing is about the app is sometimes you're waiting for 26 weeks, and then all of a sudden you get a notification. It's like, okay, it's available. Okay, I'm booking it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great because they really showcase and celebrate local Canadian authors and Winnipeg authors.
Yes.
I just read a 4-book series from a local Winnipeg author that I didn't know she was Winnipeg until I had posted the book on social media, and someone's like, "Did you know she's from Winnipeg?" That was so cool. We have a lot of really great local authors here too.
Mm-hmm. And I know McNally Robinson, they have events where authors will come and share snippets of their book,
Yeah.
but they're really good about promoting that as well.
Yeah, that's another really great event to go to. Both McNally Robinson locations are amazing and you're super supporting local, but those author talks are fantastic. And classes. I've taken a few classes through McNally.
Yes, and I know that the talks are free, but are the classes free?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Unless maybe they have some that are worth checking out. Again, I'm subscribed to their newsletters, so
Yeah.
I get that info right into my inbox. But they're really great on social media as well.
And that's actually a good tip to subscribe to newsletters for different places like the Forks, Downtown Biz, or whatever biz area that you're living in. Subscribe, and then you get that information, and then you can pick and choose what you want to do.
Yeah, it's a great way to not miss it. Unless you're like me and have 100,000 emails in my inbox. I'm not even joking. If you look at my phone, you'll see. But I tend to still see the important ones come through.
Yeah, you know which ones. Yeah, I know. You tend to get a lot of spam, and it's really sort of pick and choosing what you want to do. And for me, being semi-retired and sort of an introvert extrovert like you, there are some events that I'm really excited to go to, and others I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to stay home.
And that's totally okay. Maybe it'll come around again or not, and that's also awesome. And you can create your own events too.
This is true.
So yes, I am hosting a sold-out cheese tasting event tomorrow.
I saw that, and I was going to book it, but unfortunately that evening doesn't work for me, which is kind of funny because I was just talking to someone about the fact that I think I'm busier now than I was when I was working.
I love that. Your semi-retirement and retirement time is just going to be the best time of your life.
Yep. Pick and choose what I want to do, what brings me joy,
Yeah.
and where I want to put my energy.
I love that. Yeah, your time is precious, but we only live once. So I definitely encourage people, including yourself, let's go out and experience even more. So if there's something you want to go to and you need a buddy, call me up.
Absolutely. Yes, I will definitely think about you. So thank you so much, Tineke, for being on here and sharing your love of everything local, Christmas, our shared sparkles. I really appreciate you coming on, and I'm so glad that we're friends and that we connected when we did.
I am also super grateful for that. Thank you for this opportunity to share. I'm so appreciative of what you're doing to elevate others' voices in the city. You've had so many incredible guests, and I'm honored to be one of them. So thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, my friend. So this has been Coffee with Genny B on the U Multicultural channel. I'm your host, Jenny Sakovac.